Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Shedding through the defense. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Now a draw play with Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That's taken on the 25. Pushing his way inside the 40. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it all away, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
That's pulled in at the 32. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. Into the secondary again. Still on his feet. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that off. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Fitzpatrick now. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Ballage. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Sanders is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached the end. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Darnold.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Touchdown, New York Jets. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down, it's Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 72 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. from the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. They'll try and run with Drake. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Charles Harris showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 30 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. They were still, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's do this. 180. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And complete. This is Albert Wilson.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. A Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
We play to win.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On second down, it's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On third down, here's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. On first down, Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run with Montgomery. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going back to you.
And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the...
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On third down, Brady. This is White on the screen. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
52's the mic. 52's the mic. I got you, punk.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. On third down, Drake. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a little...
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
We're scoreless after 1. On first down, Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now Drake, and an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 64 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Brady gives to Michelle, and an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, Tuck rule. And now the Tuck rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, even here, even now. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A give running right, Drake.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here we go. 380. 52's the mark. Check. 52's the mark. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Brady now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Got four.
They'll run with Michelle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw on third down. Brady, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Fitzpatrick eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's going to keep it here. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Running, it's Drake. Refusing to go down. Finding room at the 30. Accelerating, and off he goes. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So we have reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And now running right through it. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Escaping, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 63 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Drake, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah. College, they say, hey, they're on scholarship too in the NFL. They're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. Hey, second.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's get off the field.
Cover!
On play action, now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big Tank Carradine with a sack. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
End of the third quarter with the score Dolphins 20, Patriots 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. But it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. On the ground, Michelle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Brady going to go on 4th down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So now on comes the Dolphins offense as they'll try and go for 2 here.
I got you, boy.
They're going to try and run here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Thomas has it. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, it's Brady. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. He leaps over him, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt LaCosse there to make the grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Fitzpatrick, and he hits Drake. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds.
Check, 47. Too little,
On first down, Brady finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Throwing now is Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Brady. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Brady going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So a victory here for the Miami